How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a comparison between three of the most recent LEGO Space promos. So here they are in order of how they were released. On the left side, we've got the Alien Space Diner that released in 2024. In the middle, we've got the Micro Command Center, came out in 2025 as an Insider's Reward. And then on the right, we've got the upscaled baby astronaut that was a gift with purchase very recently. So I'm just going to get into these sets one by one. Let me know down in the comments what you think of each one and which set is your favorite out of these three. Alright, starting out with the Alien Space Diner, this one has 239 pieces. And I actually didn't get this one as a gift with purchase. I actually paid $24.99 at Brick Slopes, Colorado. So I thought that really wasn't a bad deal for it. And this is a really cool looking promo. You've got the orange and white space astronauts in there. Then we've got this green alien chef right here that is also singing. We've got the karaoke machine. He's got his platter with the sandwich. I really like how he spins here, so you can kind of have him get the sandwich from the grill over here and spin around and serve it to our astronaut guests over here. I think they did a great job with all the little details inside. Like you can see the pan on the grill. Then we've got a blender, it looks like. Then we've got the little like UFO capturing some of the ingredients. That is really cool. Over on this side, you can kind of see how there's a sticker of a moon on the window. Then we've got some star accents on the wall, the little rocket up there. And then we've got a little menu as well. So you can see they've got lots of tasty options. And I think it is a very nice looking set. Can't forget this little diner sign that goes on the outside. And I also really like the tiling. It really gives diner vibes. And I really like this set. I was thinking about doing a custom actually, where I kind of build the restaurant, maybe extend it and add more booths. I am kind of on the fence about that though, because if I turned it into a building and kind of put walls and a door in the front, it's going to obstruct this and you can't just look and see how cool this looks. So kind of on the fence. I'll think about that a little more, and maybe in the future you'll see me do a custom build that features this set in it. Here's another look at that little cooking area. We've got the little cash register there, the pan, some buttons down there. And then here's a view of the back. I know there's not much going on, but I just wanted to show it anyway. Looks like we might have some food that fell back there out of the blender. Not really sure what's going on there. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Next up, we are gonna be looking at the Micro Command Center. And for our smallest set of the video by piece count, here we've got the Micro Command Center coming in at 214 pieces. You can see it features this control room command center up top, and then this rail that goes around the bottom that has the blue space baby in it. You can actually open and close this to put him in there, and then he can go around the edge of the track. I did see a build where someone attached a motor and made it to where this could just continuously go around. And I honestly think that that would be something that I would like to do, or I think it would have been better if they made some kind of crank that could make him go around. Because honestly, when I push him around, you can see it's kind of not very smooth on the track and he keeps falling off a little bit. I don't know if that's just the way I'm pushing it or the way it's built, but I think it would have been cooler if there was some kind of crank that could power this. The top of this building also can come off sort of in a modular way to reveal the control room. And then we've got that jumper tile, so let's get our space baby and put him right in there. That's perfect. We've got him up there in the control room now. It's a pretty cool set. I would say probably out of the three we're looking at today, this is my least favorite out of the three. Now that might be because I think this is based on like an OG classic space set, and I never had any of the classic space sets, so I don't really have any attachment to that. But still, I think this is a pretty cool set to have in the collection. I do have a couple of the other ones that are based on the older sets, like the Galactic Cruiser. And here's a look at both of the other like newer classic space looking sets we have that they've done. Here's the Galactic Cruiser. I love the way we were able to hang this from the ceiling. This set is beautiful, and for $100 when it came out, honestly, such a great value. That set is amazing. And then here we've got this little Blacktron Cruiser gift with purchase. I forget exactly when this released, but you got this for free if you spent a certain amount. So I kind of have them going at it up here. And I think eventually I would like to get that newer Blacktron one, but I don't exactly have the space for it yet, so that's why we haven't pulled the trigger. And another thing with this is I actually didn't redeem the points to get this. I did find this at a secondhand store and I paid $27.99. I do like the LEGO Ideas adult style packaging with the yellow and black box. Looks super nice. I will say though, I'm not sure long term if this is going to stay in the collection. I'm not fully sold on it. I might end up selling it and buying some other sets with the money at some point. Okay, this is me from the future here now. I was just looking back during editing and I did actually have an idea for a way to use this set. So we do have this space section of our amusement park, and one of the parts of our amusement park has this little space baby astronaut ride where there's that little shuttle that moves. So I was thinking, if possible, it would be cool if I could build this into the section. Maybe the shuttle part could go in this middle section. I'm just really not sure on the space. I would definitely have to move some stuff around, but that is an idea. Maybe I could incorporate this into the area and then I could build some kind of motor or a handheld crank to push this part around. So yeah, maybe I will try that coming soon. All right, last but not least, we've got the biggest set of the video by piece count and definitely the cutest. We've got the upscaled baby astronaut, featuring the printed tile in the middle, printed face, just perfect recreation of the little baby space astronaut, complete with his tank on his back. He's got his helmet. If I did have one complaint, it's with these colored pieces you see up there. I know a lot of the time during builds, they'll kind of use different pieces to make it easier to know where to place things. If everything's the same color, it kind of could be confusing. But for a set where it becomes exposed, I really don't like that. And honestly, I'm probably going to replace those with red pieces because I don't like the way that that is visible. I think if I put them up on a shelf, I'm kind of concerned that you might be able to see it. Other than that, I really don't have any gripes with this set. This was a perfect promo, and I had to pull the trigger on that Mario Kart set on day one to make sure I could get one of these things. One other thing I did find weird with the build is they left this exposed stud on his elbow right here. They do have tiles, or like this piece right here, I felt like they could have used to make that smooth. So I thought that was kind of a weird choice, but really not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. I mean, when he's on display, you're not going to see that. So here's a side-by-side with that little blue space baby from the Micro Command Center. I think they did a great job with like his stubby little hands there, and then the gap between his feet. It was really nice the way they had those tiles coming out from both sides. That was a really satisfying build technique. And then the back, you can see it's got its little jetpack, pretty spot on. And I would have to say, out of all three sets in the video, this is probably a toss-up for one. It's definitely between this and the Alien Space Diner. I think this set is just super cool. They really knocked it out of the park with this one, and I think the demand and everyone loving this is going to push them to make even more. I've even seen people using like the printed face pieces and making others, like an upscaled baby pirate and so on. So I hope we get more stuff like this. That was just a very fun promo. And of course, for his placement in our collection, I put him up here with all of our other space sets. I think he looks great up there. That red is a nice pop, and he fits right in with the rest of his space buddies. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I really appreciate it if you've made it to this point. I think they've been killing it with the space promos recently, so I wanted to make my own video just showcasing the recent ones. Let me know down in the comments which one of these is your favorite. Drop a comment 1 for the Space Diner, 2 for the Micro Command Center, or 3 you like the upscale baby astronaut the most. Let me know, and other than that, I will see you in the next video.